So this is the concrete block fire pit update for 2023, the end of 2023 here. I've had to replace this block and this block because the wind in our direction here usually, or in our location, comes from this direction and blows from basically the right to the left. So a lot of the heat, the blocks that deteriorated were actually on the far side where the wind usually hits. So, but these blocks here and the top blocks here haven't been replaced. You can see they're really charred, but they haven't broken or split or anything, which is kind of cool. I always, if I'm burning trash of any type, I always make sure that I add in some like dried wood I find from trees laying around, or old lumber that I just rebuilt a porch, so I've got some old wood like this, and I keep this stuff laying around just to burn in with the trash, and it burns everything down to a fine char. So yeah, but oh, and I also added these blocks. I got these from Lowe's the other day. They're just flat blocks, 2-inch, and just to cap off the top. The barn cats like to sit on top of them a lot of times after the fires are over, and they just like to hang out up there like a perch. But yeah, this has worked out really well. I'm very happy with it. I know that we're going to have more block breakage at some point, but it doesn't bother me to go and replace a block every once in a while. Or even if I have to replace them all, I would do it at this point in time. Like I said, the lower blocks are all good. They're all in good shape for the most part. The top blocks are the ones that suffer the most heat damage and will break over time. But again, this is a 3-year video, basically. A shot over a span of almost 3 years now. So this is definitely a system that works out really well. And you can see, like, once the fire gets kicking, a lot of the air will come in through all these different cracks in the block and holes. And that really helps for a good, efficient burn, too. So it's a very simple way to do it, and to keep a lot of the ash and char from floating around too awful much. I also have these old pieces of metal caging and wire that I've used to like put over top of the fire pit if I had to, in case it was really super dry. I always burn in times like this. It's like right after, it's like dawn right now, and so we've got a lot of dew on the grass. It's been really dry here in North Carolina here recently, so gotta be really careful of that. But yeah, this is great. This is a great way to do a burn barrel, way better than the metal barrels. I would have to take them and find places around here to bury them, or once those metal barrels started collapsing in on themselves and cracking. And so this is the way I've done it. I found it's very effective. So hope this helps everybody. And again, like I said, it's very simple. There's no connection at all. Just basically set these blocks on top of this old concrete shed floor, and the weight alone holds it all together through all sorts of storms and rain and snow and everything else. So I'd say it's a win. Very simple. So again, just to recap, I just wanted to come back where it's a little bit more light a couple hours later, and show you what this looks like, the fire pit with cement blocks, just basic cinder blocks from your local hardware store, will look like after 3 years. These two blocks, like I said before, are brand new. Well, a month old, I guess, and these top 2 blocks are relatively new at the same time. This block here and this block here I've had for a little bit, so they get a little bit more burn on them. I did notice, actually, because I don't usually check, but yeah, this block on the second course and this block on the second course are cracked, but they're still holding in fine, so I'm not concerned about it. If they did break, I'd just replace them. And so that's what we got. And as you can see from earlier, all that wood has gone down to just basically nothing. There's still part of a 2x4 here, but what a lot of your ash will look like is basically like powder, you know, just powder. I've got a few pieces of metal from old connectors and stuff like that from either old swing sets and you know, what have you. But I burn everything in this pit. I burn plastic and just you name it, it's in here. All trash, any trash that is not glass or metal for the most part. Some of the metal, it comes in with parts of the trash that I'm burning and I don't see, and eventually what I'll do is at the end I'll just go through when I do scoop this out. It's going to be ready for another scoop out here pretty soon, but this is on the very bottom course. I've got a good pile of char, you can see now, but I'll scoop it out and then I can sift through it and get the different parts of metal or what have you, and I can just put the rest wherever I need to, dump it around flower beds or whatever. This stick, I've been using this old tomato stake for forever. This thing is like going on as old as the fire pit is, and it was 6 foot tall. Now it's down to about 4. It's just basically a poker. I use it constantly. And then I use it, and the kind of cool thing is with using blocks, I just leave it like that. So I can poke at the fire however I need to with it, just like that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. 3 years going, and probably about $43 worth of block over the years. And yeah, worked out really well. So I'm very happy with it. Like I always say, hope it helps everybody, anybody that's curious about this type of thing. And I'll may post more updates on it soon. I don't know if there's any updates need to be posted. But yeah, very simple, easy to do. That's about it.